Alright, hey guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're going to be doing a Catalan opening starting in 2.5 minutes. So, it's the closed. So that is interesting. Let me go ahead. I would like to do a quick little summary of it. For those of you who don't know the Catalan, this is it. This pawn structure right here. Apparently this is the close, so this is not whenever they take, which, that's the one I play. I typically play the C6 lines right now, which is probably what I'll play right now today too. As you can see, this does pretty well with white. I know Magnus is a huge fan of it. A lot of top grandmasters play this. It's a very solid opening for white to get a good clean advantage. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. Like I said, I'll be playing C6 with this. And the theories, I guess, I need to learn a little bit better, but basically, white's going to try to hit in the center and definitely try to achieve e4 in this line. And black is just going to try to stay solid. So let's see how our opponents do. I'm not sure. I usually do try to, berserk, half the time for double the points. But with that being said, I'm not sure, how that's going to go today. I do have a few friends that do play it, so I do have some. But, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Looks like, yeah. Everyone's already kind of complaining about this opening, and I don't blame them. But this is the closed Catalan. Let's go over some basic theory. Hopefully get some good games in. Let's see how we do. "38 seconds until we start." Let's see here. C6, knight C3, knight F3. Yeah, there's just so many moves here to play. I don't really want to try and go over it real quick. But, yep, this is the basic starting position. You get to play from the white and black side of it. Typically, I only play the black side, so I am excited to see how it will be from the white perspective. I'm an E4 master, so most of my games are not like this at all. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's berserk. And we'll play, we'll go knight to D2 here. Let's castle. One of the ideas is to play E4 and just control that center. Bishop B2, this is interesting right here. I'll go queen C2. I don't think A3 is that good of a plan. If A3, I'll just play the bishop over here. Yeah, this is really interesting. I'll go rook E1, and again, E4 is my idea. Bishop C1. So one of their plans was that they wanted to do that, and if my bishop had gone there, then it would have got trapped. And like I said, E4 is very typical here. This is really interesting. Oh, this is definitely a mistake here. Let's go E5 here. And now we see the problem is that this knight is having a hard time. Let's go there too. If F6, we're more than happy to take. Although I do got to figure out what to do about creating some counterplay. So perfect. Knight F1. H4 typically gets played in these ones. We'll go bishop D2, a little pressure there. And then I'll go knight to E3. Knight to G4 is coming. And knight to F6. Oh, perfect. So this is exactly what we want, because now this pawn is weak. And look at this beautiful square. E5 is weak. C6. Yeah, this is going to go pretty decently, I think. Let's go knight to G4. The knight can take there. E6 is weak. Yeah, bishop E3, I guess, for right now. Until we figure out what's going on. Of course, I could just take there. That's an easy move. Okay. Let's go H4 here. This gains squares. But the real idea is I want to play bishop H3. If they want to do this, this is okay. I don't think this is good for them. Yeah, this is bad for them. Because the dark squares are really weak. I might exchange my bishop for this knight. In the best world, I'd play like G4. But g6 is now weak. I mean, it would have been best if I could have taken back this way, but doesn't look like that's going to happen right now. Let's go rook e4. The idea is to try to put pressure on d4. Actually, and play g4 here, h5. This is the plan. Perfect. g4. This is exactly what we're wanting. And if they take on c5, that's okay because my rook just gets active here. Alright. So let's go. Oh, does that just blunder a piece? Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, I almost missed it. I almost moved my bishop back here. Yeah, no, this is okay. So pawn takes, bishop f6, and of course discovery ideas in the future. Let's go bishop f6 first, and then we'll take on g4. If I take on g4, they could take on e5, and you can see this bishop. Yeah, I was gonna say they'll probably have to sacrifice for that guy. He's just too powerful. What are they gonna play? Queen f5 here or something? Rook takes g4 is an idea. Rook takes e6 would be great in some of these lines. Yeah, let's go, we'll just double up here. We'll just double up. Queen takes, rook takes, perfect. Rook e7 check looks devastating here. With the queen penetrating here, it should be all but over. And, I'm just going to take there. I don't think I was supposed to play that, but that's okay. King over here, and then bishop h3, and then now I'm going to double the rooks and I should win. So rook g7 check, double the rooks, rook h7 check, rook takes there, bishop g2. I'll take on b4 hopefully. And then, let's see here, queen b6. Oosh. I gotta be careful here, check. Ugh, and I just blundered that. Queen takes here, but maybe on time I should be okay. Queen e4, and then queen h4 check. Oof! I escaped that on time. I was winning, and then I just let that pawn get across. Dear Lord, by the time we won one, there's already someone with two. Yeah, this feels good. I like this opening. This is feeling good here, guys. We'll see how it goes with black, because again, black just gets a very big... Oh, good, cool, they berserk too. Double the time, but double the points. I'm going to play this variation of it. We go b5, bishop b7. I made a little mistake there, yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, once I castle, I should be okay, because there's no good discoveries here. Bishop d6. Oh, perfect, just knight takes. Queen back to d8, and the hope is that they'll just play bishop c7 here. Okay, b4, perfect timing. Let's go knight to d7, bishop c7, I assume. Oh, perfect, definitely a bad move for them. Pawn takes, this guy's hanging. Let's go bishop d5. Might be out of the bind now. Queen b8, putting a little pressure there. Bishop takes g2. A lot of times they're very happy for these endgames. And why wouldn't they be, right? These endgames are not too bad for them at all. Bishop just takes. I should just be winning a pawn on d6 now. Check, takes. Okay. Queen back to e7. I'll just take here. Let's go rook to d8. Okay. Queen b7 check. Queen f3 is a blunder. Queen because of rook to d2 check. All right, perfect. Oof. Actually, that doesn't work just yet. I was hoping for rook h5, but king g2. So double the rooks. All right, queen check. All right, rook to d2. Rook to d3, a little pressure there. Queen to d5. Putting pressure on the pawn now. Perfect. Should just be winning now. Okay, queen back. Oh, I dropped the pawn right away. Rook takes here. Alright, push the pawn. Queen check. Rook check and queen h5 check. Awesome. Queen check here. And then rook check if they do block with the queen. Perfect. Check takes. That worked out. Check there. Doesn't really mind. Queen check. h5. Pawn's defended. I could push the pawn up too here. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. g5. Queen f3 check. Yeah, pawn takes here is good enough. I should be checkmating now. Could win the rook. Pawn check. Let's go f5. Check. Queen over here. Yeah, no good way to stop the queening. And obviously with the pawn there, it should be okay. Take the rook there too. Oh, cool. We're in first place, guys. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's see. What do we get? Oh, and we're out of first place. Apparently there's other Catalan players. All right, Berserk. And black goes first in this, so they're playing c6 here. I assume c6 is probably going to be one of the leading moves in these lines. And I believe in a lot of these lines, the knight goes to d2. All right, let's go b3. This is really interesting. The queen e7 variation. Rook e1 again. One of the ideas is to play e4, forcing them either to take here or the other way. I'll do rook takes here this time. Maybe I rushed this a little too fast. But either way, you can see here the bind is nice. d5, perfect timing. They can't take for all these reasons. Let's double the rooks. They can't take still. Oh, I should have taken on f6 here. All right, let's take now. Don't threaten me with the good time. All right, queen to d2. And pawn takes here. Rook takes. Pawn takes. Loses. So they need to play bishop takes. Because two unprotected pieces, I think rook e1 just wins a piece. Okay. Knight h4. I assume they'll play there. Queen c2. And I'll play bishop d5. If my knight gets to f5, it should be really great position. Because you can see the knight on f5 is just king. Alright, here we go. Bishop d5. Oh, and this is really nice. Bishop takes e6. And again, if they take back... Oh, perfect. Let's go knight f5 check first. Pawn takes. What's their plan here? Rook takes. King takes. Queen check. This is a good position. Knight takes on h6. Should just be a winning endgame now. Knight f5 back. And then look, I could just push a past pawn over here. Good knight, bad bishop. Makes sense. What do I do now? I guess I have to worry about them trying to create queenside pressure. So I saw this. I didn't think this was a big deal. Especially if it's knight f5. You know, there's no second piece to attack. I guess just d6. If king e8, f4. And that should be it. There's no bishop d4 here. Okay. Is queen takes good? Queen takes is interesting. Knight e3. I think knight e3 is okay. I want to take, obviously, but I can't because of... There's checking ideas, but then also, obviously, just taking my queen. It's unprotected. So now I could take, I believe. And yeah, this is okay. King g2, queen e2. King here, queen check, queen over. And then knight g4. Queen check. Oh gosh, maybe this is wrong. Maybe this is wrong, dang it. Oh my gosh, I got checkmated there? Wow. Yep. All it takes is one bad move. Oh man. And I was down on time. That was the bad part. Was I playing against the guy in first place? Dang it. Nah. Doesn't stop me. I'm going to keep berserking, guys. Double the time. I mean, half the time, double the points. Ugh. Yeah, it was a little bit harder to convert there than I was hoping to. All right, Berserk. Ooh, a messy. Let's go c6. Again, keep it nice and simple. We're going to try and hold this diagonal. This is one of the biggest problems, as you can see. This diagonal is really, really crazy. Perfect. Knight b to d7. Again, I like this variations. I don't usually take in these ones. b6, and the hope is to, in the future, play c5. So here, bishop b7, c5 ideas. I think we could just play c5 now. Now, there's tricks here. You have to be careful with this kind of stuff. Oh, perfect. Equality is equality. A lot of times, they actually just play knight takes here, and they're just hoping for, like a trade. All right, rook to d8. A little pressure over here is always nice. All right, knight c5. Knight to d3 ideas. F6 here. I'll just play f6 here. This technically loses a pawn. Oh, perfect. They missed it. e5. They should have taken on c5, and then they would have been okay. All right, rook to d3, and I think this gives me time to double the rooks. Perfect timing. Maybe rook to d2 they should play. All right, we take. Like I said, they typically like this. Bishop back. And queen to d7. I'm happy for the endgame here. All right, rook takes. Just trade everything off. I'm happy with this. Perfect. I assume they're going to just play queen to d2. Yeah, this person I think plays the Catalan. All right, g6. Let's go e4 here. f5. I gotta be careful here. The endgame is not looking particularly great for me. So h6 and then g5 is my new idea. Again, just trying to make some pressure here. If they take g3 hangs. Perfect. Let's take. All right. Bishop e5. Just king back, I guess. Knight takes. Oof. Maybe this was the wrong because of king here. Let's go knight check. Knight here. Try to win some pawns. I'd be happy with draw now. Alright, takes. a6. Alright, knight back. Okay. Knight a2. Do I push or do I take? I think I just take here if they do play there. And then I can sacrifice my knight for the pawn as a draw. And we'll be happy with that because, well, yeah, it's good enough for a draw. I'm too low on time anyways to finish that position. All right, let's keep it going, guys. 1 point is better than no points. Although I did lose my fire. That's the big problem. All right, next game, next game. All right. Let's go ahead and berserk again. Berserk, berserk, berserk. And oh yeah, I forgot. I go first. c6. All right, knight b to d7. Castles. b6. The bishop f4 lines I don't see too often these days. Bishop b7 just defends. Again, we're trying to achieve c5 in these. Easier said than done. I don't know what this one does. Yeah, let's take, and then queen to c8. Seems really weird. So again, my idea is to hopefully play c5 here next. Maybe knight f6 first, then c5, and rook to d8 and put pressure on the d pawn. Perfect. This was a blunder by them. Knight f6. Queen f3. And I guess I'll have to take there. Oh, they just blundered it. Did they blunder that? Knight takes. This is a good, let's go rook e8. This is a good pawn. I'm kind of curious if you'll go bishop back to, or queen to h4 here. Oh gosh, I just blundered that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, as long as I don't blunder the game. This knight's so strong here. I'll play c5 next probably, and hopefully open up the diagonal for some checkmating ideas. Yeah, I just hope I don't get checkmated now. Dear Lord. Just looking at crazy moves like now, like bishop h6 now. Rook f8. Bad blunder. Yeah, what's going on? What's going to happen next here? It's taking a long time. That definitely worries me. Luckily, I don't think the bishop h6 ideas are working just yet, because I can just take. As long as the knight is covering on f6, I don't have to worry about those checkmates. So I think probably rook f8 will probably get played, and that should give me, you know, ideas of maybe rook takes bishop. Oh, interesting. Is there an idea with this move? I guess I'll play c5. I don't know if there was a plan with this move. Okay, rook g8. I think that's forced, right? Yeah, knight g5 is huge now, because knight h3 is checkmate. So I'm hoping for a blunder of like knight f6 here. Again, knight g5 is huge. Knight h3 checkmating idea. Even knight f3 check, that at least wins the queen. Because the queen can go back to h3 here. Okay, so they saw the idea. So we'll just go knight g5 here. Oh, interesting. Let's just stay alive here with queen to d8. Because I don't know if there was anything else special here. So trade of queens would be nice. Knight f7. Knight takes. Alright, rook f8. There. Takes in check. Bishop c6. Queen f6. Just survive until endgame here. And hopefully I can survive until the end. Alright, king g6, a6, b5. Pawn takes. Bishop d5. King back. Well, yeah, that's it. Alright, survived that. Things were going well. Made a few blunders in that game. Definitely not anything I'm proud about that one. Alright, here we go. At least we get white this time. Oh, well, we got another berserker. Let's see what variation he chooses. Oh, h6, interesting. Alright, we'll go knight to d2 again. Oh, interesting. Pawn takes here. Maybe that's why this move is not the best to play. Let's castle. At least this gives us not a bad position. Knight takes d4. Yeah, this is not so bad. We got a very classic kind of advantage now. e4. Idea is to go queen e2 and then rook to d1. Interesting. They played there. Let's go queen e2. And then here, let's go knight to b5. They're behind in development here, so we don't want to just trade off and make things easy for them. Rook to d1's good. Bishop f4. Yeah, this is a very good position. Rook to d1. They might take. That's okay. Bishop f4. I'm really hoping for e5 here. Perfect. Look at this. We got all these holes in the position. And then bishop back to e3, threatening bishop e6. Again, this is why it was important not to make the trade. Knight to d4 doesn't work because we simply just win the pawn. And look at my rooks coming to c1 here. Knight b6 looks really strong. With knight c5 in the future. Yeah, This should be game over. Let's go knight. Oh gosh, what do I play here? Let's go knight b6 here. Knight c5. This is a really cool move. The idea here being that if they do play queen takes b6, knight takes d7 with a discovery. Bishop just takes. Let's go knight back to d5, e5 idea. Okay. Rook to c1. Pawn takes here is not bad. Perfect. b4. d6. Look at these pawns. Look at that rook. Knight just takes, I guess. Rook takes. Queen takes b5. Let's take on here first. Then we take. Okay. Queen d5. Because there was knight f3 checks. The queen covers everything. Oof. Nice move. Bishop f3. Trying to guard everything. Rook f1 now. Bishop e4 is the new threat. d7 and oof, time on that one. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I have a few extra pawns, but the d pawn is a bit worrisome. They have the bishop pair there too, so things could have gone a little haywire there. All right. Uh-oh. Yeah, I forgot. There's a tournament going on too. Did I not berserk that game? Why didn't I get double the points? All right, berserk here. Let's castle. Back to the c6 lines. Knight to d2. Again, we're going to try to prepare pawn to e4. We want them to take on c4 or e4, which gives the advantage. Let's go b3. Bishop b2. Queen c2. We're trying to bind over here. Oof. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I messed up somewhere. Because can't they just play c5 easily here? I think I was supposed to play knight takes c4 here. Yeah, you see here. Ugh. I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay, let's just take. And let's see how they take back. Okay. So now their new threats to do that. Okay, so this person knew the opening decently. Dang. I'm just going to play queen to d1, b1 here. Because I don't know what to do with. There's so many little threats here that they can play. Bishop e4 is also a move here. That one I'm not too worried about. I'll just play queen to d1. Right now I was just trying to get out the pin. Because b5 was like a simple move that, well, was just bothersome. Yeah, bishop e4 is a one mover. I don't think it's that bad. Knight back to e3. Maybe knight to d2 was a little bit better. Bishop a3 might get played. Oh, perfect. Bishop a3 now. The idea to take this bishop. I think that was just a blunder with queen to c8. I don't see how they're going to defend both of these guys now. Wow, my opponent just did a really good job. Knows this opening quite well. All right, bishop takes. If knight takes, I mean, it's a move. It opens up the rook. And then I'll play queen c1. Nah, let's go queen c1 anyways. The trades are obviously good for me. I doubt he'll do that anyways. Queen to b2. And what does he play here? Bishop c5? Bishop c5 is an annoying move. Yeah, knight back to d1. I don't know what else to play because I gotta defend this. Okay, e3. And then knight c3 next here. So now I've guarded most of my weaknesses. My opponent's good. They're making very good threats. All right, knight c3, perfect. Trying to attack over here. You know what? I'll probably play this rook to d1. Typically, you'd want to do this one, but there's like sacrifices here, especially on the dark squares. So this is worrisome. Or you know what? I'll play b4. Then I could put the correct rook to d1. Because in the perfect world, you want to go rook f to d1 and then rook a to c1. That's what we want. in our perfect world here. But I mean, how often do we get this? Oh, interesting. Pawn takes. I don't think this should be that big a deal. After bishop takes king h1, if they try to play knight to g4 right away, I have the simple h3. Yeah, see, this is not going to do anything good. I don't think. Is this anything good? Queen b1. Knight e4. So don't I just take? I don't understand. What did that move do? Maybe he thought he was going to be able to play queen c6 check, but queen e4 here. I have checkmate over here, so he can't even take the knight. And I think I'm forcing off the queens here. Knight takes, attacks the rook. So, yeah, I think that was just a miscalculation by him. Queen takes. Okay, queen takes, check. Rook f1. Knight e4. Knight check, lost the rook. It's all fallen here, and checkmate. Woof! That ended fast, but it did end. It's ending fast, but it did end there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, Witty Alien's online. Is he playing like a tournament or something? Maybe I can see if he wants to do a match. Oh, let's berserk. Let's keep going, guys. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. Oh gosh, I forget. One goes first. C6. Keep it strong. Keep it solid. There. B6. That seems wrong. I want to play like. Okay. Let's just take and play C5. Again, that's typically my plan. The faster C5 gets played, the faster you get equality in these games. I believe he has to play D5 here. Because if he doesn't, then I'm going to take, and then they get what's called the hanging pawns, the D4 pawn and C4 pawn, and, well, we'll just attack him, right? Again, you have to be careful with some kind of threats, like queen C2, knight to G5, and, yeah, okay, so pawn takes. This is okay. When the rook goes back to E8, ooh, perfect, bishop to D6 now. We have to cover this square. E4 is an idea, and A6, B5 ideas. And we'll go knight e5 here. The new plan was for them. Oh, I could have just taken the pawn for free. No. Yeah. Oof, here they come. F4. Nope, they missed it. Okay, queen c7. No, I just blundered that. They could just play knight takes. What am I thinking? But see, if I play b5, they take on c5 anyways. Okay, perfect. Rook e8. Now I put a little threat over here. Oh, gosh. And I think I just have to sacrifice here. So takes. Rook takes, knight takes. Oh my gosh, things are going terribly wrong here. Because if the rook had gone back, d6 just gets played. Alright, bishop takes d5. He dropped a pawn there, I think. At least we'll hope so. Yeah, we hope so. I really want to play knight g5, but I have to be careful of her back range threats. So, g6. Okay, he played there. So we'll just play knight back to f6, right? Yes, knight f6. And either h5 or h6 next. Okay. Okay, there. So h5. Just gotta make sure that there's no, like, forced queen trades here. I have some ideas. Queen b8 check. Dang it. Alright. If he pushes the pawn, yeah, this is really bad problems now. Dang it. Yeah, he just forced the queen trade there, and I couldn't stop it. Probably knight e3 next now. Alright, bishop e6. Alright, pawn takes. Knight here, knight f6, knight e4. Again, I have to just harass here. There's nothing else I can really do. Okay, king here. Did he just blunder a piece now? Okay. Knight g5 threatening knight f3 check, and also the knight still. Okay, knight takes, so they're still drawing ideas here. Knight c7, king here. Oh, I was supposed to play knight a8 right away. Alright, king there. Still drawish ideas, if I could trade off the pawns, but again, always easier said than done. Pawn takes, g5, king g4, king over here. Yeah, I should just win the pawn now. Dang it! Yeah, I'll just keep going back and forth and hopefully go for some kind of stalemate. Yeah, I was like, could have just played king there earlier and queen checkmates. Dang it! Another loss! What's going on, guys? Perfect. E4. I mean, we get white this time. Oh, wait a second. I need to see what they play. Yeah. I keep forgetting. It's black that goes first. Alright, here we go. Knight to d2. b3. We'll go bishops. So this a5 move is really cool, which I really like that I'm seeing this. I'm going to go rook to c1 here and see what happens. If a4, maybe I'll play c5 here. c5 is actually a really interesting move by itself. Yeah, queen c2. Not too worried about that move. Oh, perfect. And this is why I played this rook over to c1. It was just to give the bishop the backward square here. Okay, let's take on d5. Pawn takes is okay. Takes again. Yeah, bishop takes, knight takes is interesting here. Because I think either way that they take can give me something. So queen takes, bishop takes. And then the knight can't take back so easily there. Alright, rook after d1, so they have the isolated pawn now. Probably knight h4 next. Or do I go e3 next? I almost played e4 here too. Let's go knight h4. Knight f5 ideas. Ugh, rook b1. Cheapo of b4. Knight f3. Knight to d4. Perfect. Knight f5 in the future. And also e3 here too. e3. Let's see if they play bishop g4. Double the rooks here. Rook c7. Yeah, this is just a good endgame. h3. Yeah, I was like, I don't know where this bishop's supposed to go to. Let's go rook c3 here. Their hope is that, I mean, the hope for me at least is bishop b4. So then I could go rook c7. Alright, double the rooks. Bishop here. I want to play king g2. And then maybe put a little pressure on that pawn. f4 is already some ideas. Oh, you know... Oh, perfect. He did fall for it finally. Well, not finally, but... let's go bishop b5. Let's go king g2 real quick. Bishop d3. And then rook back to c2. So now f4 is the plan because knight f5 check wins the bishop. Perfect. f4, because now it comes to the tempo. And actually even better than the bishop is the rook. So check and takes. And then we're going to take this guy. Bishop to d3 check. Oh my gosh, look, I was going to say, what if he played the other, he lost the other one this time. Some of these knight forks just are like never ending. Oh, and look, I think I win the d4 pawn. Yeah, okay, he calls it there. Yeah, the d4 pawn is falling for no good reason there, so. Ugh. Is anybody also watching Witty a little bit too? Maybe I can see if I can get a match with him in a little bit. All right, knight b to d7. Oh, perfect. Pawn takes. This is definitely not the right way to play. You're just relieving all the pressure way too soon. All right, a6, b5. Oh, interesting. What is that? Oh, they're going for it. They're going for it. This 1600 is going for it. All right, bishop b7. Maybe he'll just trade. He's pushing pawns in front of the king. I respect that. I respect that. Knight f5 with the knight takes d4 threat. Because bishop c5 pins and wins. Okay, never mind. Not working anymore. Pawn just takes back now. Do I go knight c4 here? Let's try it out. Knight c4. h6, g6. I'm going to keep it closed. Why not? And maybe f6 to open up the position. Knight f5. Little threats here to take on e3. Of course, knight f6 check is not really anything I'm too worried about there, as I can just take back with the bishop. Knight takes d4 here. The threat being if queen takes bishop c5, as we had mentioned previously. Looks like they just missed it, so bishop c5. And the knight f6 check here is not a big deal. After knight f6 check, we just go king h8. And there's no check with the knight. So any knight checks, we're just play bishop takes and check. It's always good to have these tactics on your mind, because sometimes they happen. You know, that was a tactic I was looking at a while back, and he just fell for it. Yeah, and I thought he might try something like this, but again, like I said, it's not the knight checking you, it's the bishop. All right, I got 1 point for that. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. He's like destroying, and he went on pause? Why is he on pause? How much? We have 17 minutes left? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to catch up to this guy or not. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's berserk. Knight to d2 as usual. Let's castle. Again, we're trying to hold down e5 and c5 in these lines. b3. Queen c2. If they want to take, they can. So they kind of transpose this into a Dutch line. Very cool. e3. Not too worried about this one. Knight to d1. The idea here being we want to play f3. Maybe f4 if we get a little sick of their attack. Let's go f3 here and see what happens. Rook c1. Just guard everything. Knight to d3 is a good move in the future. e5 is something that they should be looking at too. Alright, knight to d3. Pawn takes here, I like. Oh, well, we have to see what happens first. Yeah, because if pawn takes this way... No, I think I still play this way. They have a backwards pawn here. This gives me time to play rook e1. And then maybe play... Oh, knight f4 is coming. f4 is also a good move here for me too. Let's go f4 here. This binds down this square. And then knight b4. Attacking the bishop. Knight c6. Winning the exchange. Okay. Yeah, this works out. Maybe just bishop takes will get played. Maybe bishop takes on a2. You know how we do. Okay. Bishop back here. The new threat's rook c7. And also ideas about bishop to b3. You know, getting this bishop on the long diagonal. Oh, interesting. Bishop c6 here now. Dang it, I really wanted to play bishop b3. Okay, queen to e3 here. I assume he'll take this way. Oh gosh, I just blundered a whole piece there. Ugh, not really what I was wanting to do there. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. d5 is a terrible move. They could just take there too. What am I doing? I think I have to play queen e3 next. It's like my only chance here. Attacking here, attacking here. No, it doesn't do anything. Because it's... Oh, okay, well, that worked out. He didn't have to do that. He could have just moved the bishop back. Alright. Takes. There. Check doesn't do anything. Okay. Queen to d1. Or queen here. I mean, they could play queen e4 and go in for a good endgame. And I definitely think that's what they should do. And... Alright, bishop here, bishop checks. Ugh, just terrible time. Alright, rook takes here. I think but this is the best plan for me. There's still some drawing lines here. Alright, pawn check here. Bishop g8. Bishop here. Alright, bishop here. Pawn takes. h4, I guess. Ah. Alright, king g3. a4, keep them on the light squares. So theoretical draw, but I don't know if I can get this, if I can prove it here. It's just the time. And so the idea is, oh, never mind. The idea is to lose on time. Oh, he's back. I think he just went to the restroom real quick. Looks like the Catalan's gonna get me. My Catalan knowledge was just not up to par, unfortunately. Well, at least I learned some things about it. Definitely got some playing experience from the white perspective, which is really cool. Because I'm only used to playing it from the black perspective. Funny enough, I think I've lost with the white more, which I guess makes sense, right? If you don't have as much experience in these things, you probably won't do as well in the lines. I think with black I did well. In a lot of these lines, I think black is, excuse me, black is just having a good time. All right, rook e1, b3. See, this is the line. This is the line, rook c8, and I don't know how to stop c5 here. Oh, perfect. So I got in e4. There was no need for them to do this. So takes, queen takes, queen back, rook over to d1. I don't think this is how you're supposed to play it, though. Knight e5 here? Is this the move? Pawn takes. This doesn't seem correct. Let's go queen c3 with the idea of rook to d6. I guess we'll take. And then rook to d6 and double the rook. Oh, okay. Queen takes. The dark squares are very weak here. Queen's unprotected. So I think he just played it way too fast there. I think that's game over. I think the only way I can see him stopping checkmate is h5. But check wins the queen at least. I'm a check here. I don't know where the queen can move to defend herself still. You know what? Maybe they play rook b8. But I'm gonna get so many pawns. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything here. I can even play d7 in some of these lines, which is really cool. Like, let's say the rook defended. You can still play d7 here because the whole idea is to get the checkmate square, right? And if the queen takes, then she becomes unprotected. And again, we get check, and takes. Ugh. Yeah, I think that's it for this guy. I don't see any good defenses here. Yeah. All right, next one up. 27. Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, well, at least these guys are fighting for first place. I mean, I still have some time. Come on. Maybe I could get some more berserk wins in. C6. Let's go. Nah, I don't think we got it. There we go. Castles. Knight b to d7. Let's go for that Dutch line. Knight e4, f5. Awesome. And then bishop to d6. Knight to f6. Are they going to play f3 here? One of the... Yeah, are they going to play f3? Nope. Okay, pawn takes here is good for me. This is the pawn structure I want. Pawn takes. Yeah, I had a feeling they're going to play that. Queen e7, and then e5 in the... Oh, perfect. Look at this. They did it for me. e3 pawn's now really weak. Bishop g4 is the threat to win it. Yeah, I was like, they're probably going to blunder just by developing the knight because they have to protect the pawn. Queen takes. No good rook move. Let's go bishop back h5 with knight g4 threat. Let's play knight g4 anyways. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Now knight f2 check is the idea. Okay, so knight f2 check. King there, bishop here. So g3 looks fatally weak, and I don't see how they're going to defend against that. Knight takes h3 ideas. Queen's unprotected. That's probably game there. Let's go queen check. Knight check. I guess we're just going to take there. Queen c8 check is interesting. Oh, they just blundered it. Queen, yeah. Bishop check. Queen checkmates. Woo! That ended fast. Perfect. All right, 30. I don't think we're kind of in striking distance. We got to hope things go really well. Hopefully these two guys play, Ooh and Tanki. Let's go. Next game. I only have time for like 2 or 3 more. I'm berserking. Oh my god, I only got 1-5 this whole tournament. And too many losses. Oh, and I got a 2100, so here we go. C6. I doubt he's going to berserk against me. Alright, castles. Knight b to d7. Okay, he's playing... Oh, I don't think c5 is the right move here. Yeah, because we're just going to break this. And they can't play the b4 because a5. So the pawn structure falls, so this is already good for me. Let's go c5. Let's keep breaking this pawn structure down. Question, does the bishop go to a6? It does today. Okay. Let's go knight h5. Question, where does this bishop belong? Maybe they'll be nice and just give it to me. Not today. Pawn takes, pawn e5. We'll go bishop b7 here. Rook c8, queen c7, queen b8. My opponent's playing slow. c4. I'll probably win this, but unfortunately it's going to take me a lot of time. Okay, knight to e4. Pawn takes. Bishop takes over here is one of the ideas. Perfect. Knight f6. Oh, I should have taken. Yeah, I should have taken that. That's okay. Bishop d5. b5's in the air. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying, huh? That's okay. Keep there. g6. Bishop b4. Knight h5. Queen takes h4. Pawn takes. Rook g8. Queen f2. I think actually I play queen f3 check here. In some of these variations. Alright, rook takes. Rook here. If I could only get this bishop into the game, things would be a lot better for me. Alright, f6. Yeah, here we go. I don't know. I just don't see how I can ever get this bishop into the game. Queen just takes. Okay, rook g7. Oh gosh. Okay, so rook takes check. Queen takes check. Queen f4 check. e3. I just believe. You gotta believe sometimes. The king's gonna try to run to h7. I mean to f5 here. So queen e8 check, king takes. Queen there check. King here. Check there, king there. Queen there, king g4. Oh my gosh. And then king here. The bishop guards over here. Oh my gosh, the king run of the century. Oh my gosh, and queen f2 checkmate. Okay, queen g3 check. Queen f3 check. So it's then check. 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 Takes. Oh gosh, I'm gonna lose on time though. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose on time. King there. Pawn, pawn. Check. 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 Oh my gosh. Check. Check. Not check. Maybe there. Oh my gosh, no. Just take all the pawns at least. Just keep removing. Oh god, no. Bad pre-move. Oh gosh. Okay. I should probably just not make progress in this position. Did I win? Oh my god, I can't believe I won that. I won that on a second. 35. Oh my gosh, but it's time over. Dang it. Oh, got me. No. No. I'm tied for first place. I mean, I'm tied for second place. I guess that's good enough. Oh, and it doesn't matter. If I berserk, he's not going to berserk against me, so. And I think O was, yeah, I was just beating him. I was just crushing him earlier. I was up a piece against him. Alright, rook to d1, bishop g5, knight to d4. Probably rook c8 will get played. Alright, bishop b3. Queen b3. And, oh, okay. Let's go knight c6 and just bother him. Rook over here. Knight takes. Excuse me. Bishop takes. Oh gosh, bishop takes. Oh god, did I just blunder? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, I blundered badly. Yeah. Ugh. Now I have like a -2 score over here. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Rook f1. And then, I don't know. Even rook c8 there is good. What did I play to blunder my queen? Oh, d4. Yeah, I could have played queen takes and I'm just still winning, but dang it. Yeah. I'll just call it, because it doesn't really matter at this point. Alright, guys, well, hope you enjoyed it. We got to play for a little bit. We got to play the, what's it called? The Catalan Opening. Need more experience in it. More experience is needed. That's crazy. I thought after, okay, I was going to say the tournament, yeah, I like how he paused. I think after a minute, they closed the pairings by themselves. What did I get here? Did I tie for first? I mean, I think I got second place on tiebreaks. I'm not actually sure how the tiebreaks work on here, but I think I got that one. All right, here we go. What did we get? Yep. All right, second place. All right, guys. Not terribly happy, but good enough, I guess. Good enough. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the Catalan Opening. We will see you in the future for the next tournament. Laters!